dear Pixie, you asked us, the atomic structure, for example a nucleus with orbiting electrons, is similar to the structure of what we call a solar system, for example a sun with orbiting planets. Is this pattern repeated infinitely, both microscopically and macroscopically? Yes, this is correct. Is there then intelligent life living on some of what we call electrons, like there is on Earth? Again, this is correct. If so, are atoms and molecules akin to solar systems and galaxies? They are indeed, yes. Likewise, are single cells akin to a universe? They are one and the same. Furthermore, do multitudes of universes exist within an even larger body, and so on? Yes, from your perspective, this is correct. Are we therefore part of a larger organism or consciousness? You are, yes, although you are an exact replica of the whole and not part of from our perspective. Are we therefore a greater consciousness from the perspective of the atomic structures within our own bodies? You are from one perspective, yes. From another perspective, the atomic structures within your bodies are your guiding forces, each with their own individual intelligences. Therefore, from that perspective, they could be viewed as the greater consciousness. In actuality, they embody the same consciousness as the whole that is you. If this is true, then does this accurately illuminate the importance of DNA, as it contains all of the information of the total organism? Exactly, this is correct, yes. Just as cells divide and replicate, do universes also? From your perspective, yes. Is this related to the extraterrestrial concern for our nuclear detonations? The division would not be affected by any nuclear detonations by you. The electromagnetic patterning surrounding your planet and into the galaxy that Earth inhabits is their concern. And if the electromagnetic patterning is affected, so too is dimensional stability and equilibrium. In addition to the threat it poses to all life on planet Earth, does the radiation emitted and splitting of atoms potentially harm the total organism through alteration, mutation, or destruction of DNA? This would be correct from your perspective, yes. Furthermore, does this explain why radiation is associated with cancer, the wild, abhorrent, uncontrolled division of cells? This is again correct. Likewise, is there a link between fear and cancer because of a disconnect between the greater consciousness that is manifested by our DNA? That is, when we are not in harmony with the natural processes of life or spiritual laws. Do we, through our free will and consciousness, interfere with the natural growth of life, which can manifest as cancer? If this is so, then our natural state is one of health and well-being. There is more than a link between fear and cancer within your organism. Fear and the derivatives of that emotion, when embodied in a continuous way, is the direct cause of cancer within your organism. This comes from emotion, nutrition, and energetic disharmony. Fleeting feelings of fear and the derivatives of fear do not cause cancer, as they are transmuted by the higher energies passing through the organism. The disconnect between the greater consciousness that is manifested by your DNA does not only create an environment where cancer can thrive, but also other illnesses. When the DNA within your bodies can no longer spin in a direct mirrored patterning to that of the universe, then this creates disharmony and disconnectedness, allowing the lower energies of fear to take hold, and therefore DNA cannot activate and ascend, creating mutation leading to evolution in the human host. You do, through your free will, interfere with the natural growth of life. Yes, this is correct. It is true that your natural state is one of health and well-being. When DNA can spin in direct mirrored patterning to the universe through the higher frequencies manifested within you as emotion, that of unconditional love, compassion, joy, upliftment, and gladness, then this creates harmony, connectedness to source, the ability to communicate with one's DNA, health, well-being, and the ability to ascend into higher frequencies in line with natural evolution. If the atomic structure and solar system are the same model structures, but just different scales, then do solar systems as a whole, like elements, have a positive or negative charge based on the number of electrons, planets, orbiting the nucleus, Sun? From your perspective, yes, this is correct. Also, if this is true, then do solar systems, depending on the number of orbiting planets, correspond to a certain element on our periodic table, thus exhibiting specific properties? Again, this is correct. If the above is true, then does this, at least in part, explain just what it means to be connected to everything? Does it also explain what a collective consciousness is? This explains this within your scientific understanding, yes. We would explain to the asker of these questions who we are, exactly in the same language with which the questions are written. We present to Pixie as her guides, as she is one of right-brained predominance. To you, we would explain that we are the atomic forces within the human body that you speak of. From your perspective, we are resident within Magenta Pixie's DNA. From our perspective, we are resident within the DNA of all. For DNA, from our perspective, exists only in one place. We are the white-winged collective consciousness of 9.